What happens when a superhero needs a family? Duke Thomas stands bewildered in his red hoodie, still processing the impossible reality before him. Bruce Wayne himself extends a confident welcome to Wayne Manor, while Alfred Pennyworth offers his distinguished guidance. But it's young Damian Wayne who catches Duke's attention, the boy who lacks social skills yet smirks with knowledge beyond his years. Through grand hallways adorned with family portraits, Damian guides Duke past silhouetted images of heroes, Barbara Gordon, Kate Kane, and others. Duke marvels at the realization that this palatial estate will be his home. When Duke asks if they all live here, Damian explains the complex family dynamics. Only he, his father, and Alfred are permanent residents. The others, they come and go. In the sleek modern kitchen, Duke learns about household hierarchy. Pennyworth decides who gets cooking privileges, and Bruce Wayne has a lifetime ban. But Duke's attention shifts to something unexpected. A dinosaur? Damian's casual explanation sends chills down Duke's spine. It eats intruders. Duke's excited, "Whoa, cool," reveals he has no idea what he's truly walking into. Bruce Wayne appears, asking Damian to help Alfred while checking on the tour's progress. Duke excitedly mentions the dinosaur's intruder defense capabilities, but Bruce's knowing smile reveals the truth. Damian was having a little fun. The dinosaur is merely a souvenir from a past case. The playful deception showcases the family's unique sense of humor and Damian's mischievous nature. Duke's startled reaction to the laser grid reveals just how overwhelming this new reality is. Bruce reassures him they only activate it at night, but Duke feels the weight of adjustment pressing down. Bruce's understanding words offer comfort. Moving into a new home is tough, but support is always available. Standing together, overlooking the estate grounds, Bruce delivers the words Duke needed to hear. Welcome to the family. The Bat family arrives in full force, each showcasing their distinct personas. Jason Todd, the Red Hood, admits he's only here for Alfred's legendary baking. Tim Drake, Red Robin and coffee addict genius, teases Jason about his obvious affection for the manor. Meanwhile, Cassandra Cain expresses confusion about their collective return. Death, resurrection, and genius-level intellect. This family carries heavy burdens beneath their superhero masks. In the beautifully decorated dining room, Duke witnesses an impressive dessert feast. The family tradition becomes clear. If no one gets injured during patrols, Alfred makes award-winning pastries. But as they explain this sweet deal, a girl's explanation is cut short. Her alarmed expression focuses on one crucial detail, the last cookie on the table. Something's about to go very wrong. Chaos erupts as Damian shouts dibs and lunges for the coveted cookie. Flour clouds fill the air as bodies collide in the kitchen battlefield. Transforming into Robin, Damian declares his superiority over all other Robins while hurling the cookie through the air. But Dick Grayson emerges victorious, smugly munching the prize while declaring suckers. The cookie war has claimed its first casualties. Duke finds himself overwhelmed as younger heroes cling to him desperately. He pushes against their playful assault, demanding they get off while they refuse to let go. Bruce Wayne observes from the background with his signature serious expression, watching the chaos unfold. But then Bruce's demeanor shifts. That familiar smirk appears as he declares, "Bring it." The Dark Knight is about to join the fray. The mock combat begins in earnest. Batman shouts dodge, while avoiding attacks, his cape flowing dramatically. Jason Todd grits his teeth to block incoming strikes. Batgirl executes a perfect high kick, sending a cookie flying through the air with a satisfying FWOSH. And Alfred? He stands serenely in his formal tuxedo, ready to declare catch, the eye of this beautiful storm. As the dust settles, Alfred welcomes everyone home with his characteristic grace. The family gathers in the elegant dining room, none the worse for wear after their playful battle. Barbara Gordon enters wearing casual clothes, already prepared with coffee for her father Jim Gordon. The warm familial atmosphere reveals itself. Beneath all the superhero drama lies something beautifully ordinary. At the library, Commissioner Gordon asks Barbara about her day, while she responds nonchalantly about helping a child with reading. But the scene shifts to reveal her true work, Oracle monitoring Batman's operations through multiple screens. She reminds Robin of Batman's clear instructions, while young Damian sits frustrated in his costume, questioning what the note actually said. Inside the Batmobile, Damian's frustration boils over. A note taped to the dashboard declares he's too young to drive, but he finds the wording ambiguous. His pleas to override the controls fall on deaf ears. Oracle firmly denies his request. Meanwhile, at a cafe, the casual conversation masks the urgency building at Gotham Bank, where thieves are about to crack the safe. Stephanie Brown questions the accuracy of their intel while her partner looks concerned. Oracle confidently asserts her intelligence is perfect, but then the devastating truth emerges on the map display. They're at the wrong bank. Stephanie's shocked expression mirrors her partner's concern as Oracle sheepishly admits her mistake with a simple oops. Even the best make critical errors. Above the city skyline, two heroes share a moment of levity. The red-clad hero humorously warns his purple-suited companion not to mention their mistake to Batman. The scene transitions to a dining room where Barbara and Commissioner Gordon discuss their respective work. When Gordon mentions vigilantes preventing a recent bank robbery, Barbara's dismissive criticism hints at underlying family tensions. Gordon's confusion deepens as Barbara casually dismisses his inquiry about her earlier comment. But the mood shifts dramatically when Batman examines a serious security breach. 3 safe houses lost in 4 months without triggering alarms. The map marked with red dots reveals the scope of the threat. Someone is systematically targeting Batman's resources with surgical precision. Damian's face reflects deep concern as he contemplates potential catastrophe. Bruce infiltrates another location, explaining his new alarm systems to catch the thief. In the Batmobile, Damian's determination crystallizes. It's time to end this threat. Bruce stands ready for action, pondering which villain has the audacity to steal from Batman in broad daylight. Riddler? Bane? The hunt begins. Batman reaches for the light switch in the chaotic room, noting that the intruders didn't finish their job. They must have known he was coming, but how? As he searches for clues among scattered items, a sudden flushing sound breaks the silence. His expression turns alert. The thief isn't gone. They're still here, hidden in plain sight. Black boots herald an approaching confrontation. A young man with tousled blue hair emerges confidently, claiming he found the place in this condition. Batman faces him with stern composure, while the intruder audaciously suggests Batman should take better care of his belongings. Batman's simple action barely contains his exasperation. The storage area's shadows create the perfect backdrop for this tense encounter. The young thief swiftly snatches an object from the table and makes his hasty exit, cheerfully waving goodbye. Batman stands in frustrated disbelief, sighing heavily as he reflects on his monthly gadget shipments. His exasperated unbelievable captures perfectly the absurdity of the situation. Even the world's greatest detective can be outmaneuvered by a brazen young thief with attitude. The Wayne Manor gym buzzes with activity as Damian encounters Dick Grayson and Jason Todd mid-workout. Dick greets Damian casually while Jason, lifting weights with his muscular frame, responds to Dick's playful comment about light workout days. Jason's confident reply reveals he was just getting warmed up. The camaraderie between these battle-hardened heroes shows their softer, more human side. Two boys engage in an intense fitness challenge. One struggles through push-ups, panting as he reaches the 100th rep while his partner supports him. But another boy dismisses the achievement, confidently holding a dumbbell and declaring push-ups are nothing. The competitive atmosphere escalates when a third boy calls everyone else pathetic, his disdainful glare cutting through the gym's camaraderie. The competition intensifies as handstands become the new challenge. One boy demonstrates perfect form while confidently advising another what he should be doing. A taller challenger dismissively tells the younger boy he isn't special. The stakes rise when they establish the rules. First one to reach 100 wins. All three boys position themselves for the ultimate test of endurance and pride. Later that night, consequences arrive at the dinner table. A young woman warns it was a bad idea as a shirtless boy grimaces in pain, repeatedly muttering about the overwhelming soreness. A shorter boy struggles desperately to reach food across the table while his companion offers quiet encouragement. The woman's triumphant "told you" perfectly captures the predictable outcome of their gym rivalry. In the bookline study, Damian approaches Dick carrying a mysterious box. Dick's curiosity peaks when Damian enthusiastically explains his Justice League memorabilia shopping spree. He bought items featuring everyone's favorite heroes. Dick's appreciation for Damian's thoughtfulness shines through as the young Wayne prepares to leave, cheerfully announcing his departure. Beneath the tough exterior lies genuine care for his family. Jason's reaction to receiving Superman memorabilia speaks volumes. Superman. Figures. The scene shifts to his intense boxing session, each punch punctuated with satisfying POW sounds. When Bruce casually greets him, Jason responds with equal casualness. But Bruce notices Jason's Wonder Woman logo pants, and his contemplative HN suggests deeper thoughts about his son's hero choices. In a tech-filled room, Duke learns valuable lessons from Barbara Gordon. She emphasizes that technology is just as crucial as physical combat for vigilantes. Barbara's confidence radiates as she explains how Oracle allows her capabilities beyond what Batgirl ever could. But Jason's sudden shocked expression and Barbara's concerned inquiry suggest an unexpected revelation has just emerged. Tension erupts at dinner as Duke insists everything is fine while holding papers defensively. Jason's agitation explodes when he discovers Stephanie chose Green Arrow as her favorite hero. His disbelief rings through the dining room as Stephanie casually sips her drink, defending her choice. She argues that Green Arrow deserves recognition, a Justice League member who fights crime without powers. Game recognizes game. The argument reaches the Watchtower where Justice League members engage in playful banter. A blonde woman teases a dark-haired man about using a bow, while Superman and Green Arrow discuss Batman's mood. Superman suggests Batman looks broodier than usual, though Wonder Woman disagrees. Batman sits with arms crossed, his cold demeanor unchanged, while Flash observes the entertaining exchange. Back in the Batcave, excitement fills the air as Cassandra announces Duke's achievement in Vigilante Bingo. Duke looks proud yet confused about this milestone involving sending a supervillain to Arkham alone. When Duke asks about this mysterious game, the explanation begins to unfold. These heroes have turned their dangerous lives into friendly competition, tracking their experiences with points and achievements. Jason's curiosity about their scorekeeping leads to more revelations. He enthusiastically asks everyone to raise hands for various superhero experiences, starting their own teams, changing hero names, and being trained by assassins. The friendly competition continues as they compare their diverse backgrounds. A comedic leaderboard appears, listing their multiple superhero aliases and revealing the complexity of their intertwined histories. The game takes a darker turn when Jason asks about being murdered and returning to life. His casual observation that it happens more than expected sends chills through the group. Duke expresses reluctance to continue playing, while another character brings up pranks on Batman. The mood lightens as someone shares the story of replacing smoke bombs with glitter bombs, turning their trauma into shared laughter. A blonde boy expresses eagerness to hear more stories while excitement builds among the group. The narrative shifts to reflection as one character remembers when being a superhero seemed like the scariest possible path. He recalls his first glimpse of someone special at a Gotham gym, setting up a romantic backstory. But when caught staring, the awkward question, "Who are you staring at?" breaks his reverie. Outside the school gate, teenage romance anxiety unfolds. A nervous boy in a navy suit insists he wasn't staring while asking hypothetical questions about asking girls out. His friend offers simple advice: just invite her to coffee or a movie. The worst outcome is just a no, But the anxious boy's reaction reveals how monumental this feels to him. Sometimes the smallest steps require the greatest courage. Duke and Anna's school interaction begins with nervous greetings against a backdrop of roses. Duke's hesitant hi meets Anna's cheerful response, but when he stumbles through his approach, an observer notes his lack of smoothness. Later in the lab setting, Duke gathers courage to confess his feelings, but Anna immediately cuts him off with "don't do that," leaving him concerned and confused. In the bright school hallway, Anna playfully approaches Duke, commenting on how he practically sprinted away after class. She offers him something special, her phone number for study sessions. But then she adds the magic words, or to see a movie or something. Duke's surprise and uncertainty are palpable as he processes whether she just asked him out. Sometimes the answer comes when you least expect it. The conversation continues with Duke's animated response, gesturing enthusiastically as he suggests they could study if she prefers. But Anna's playful suggestion about seeing a movie together receives his immediate positive response. Her happy conclusion that it's a date sends Duke's heart soaring. In the final moment, he admires the small card with her number, smiling with pure excitement about what lies ahead. Duke's victory celebration erupts as he jumps down the school steps, shouting yes, with uncontainable joy. Back with his friends, a girl notices how he's been smiling all day while texting someone. Despite her teasing questions about his mystery contact, Duke tries to play it cool, insisting it's nothing. But his constant grin betrays the truth. Something wonderful has happened. Anna snatches Duke's phone, interrogating him about having a girlfriend while her friend joins the playful interrogation. The text confirmation of their date tonight appears on screen, causing excitement among the group. They celebrate Duke's romantic success while he tries to maintain privacy, sharply telling them it's none of their business. But their enthusiasm is infectious. Duke's found something special. Outside the stylish cafe under evening lights, Duke appears anxious as his date arrives. She apologizes for being late while complimenting the restaurant her brother Dick recommended. But nearby, a group of his family members attempts to spy on them. Their terrible disguises fail spectacularly as the blonde girl worries about being spotted. The cover is blown. Family surveillance has been detected. The surveillance team's cover story crumbles as they're caught red-handed. A blonde woman in sunglasses claims innocence while others acknowledge their terrible disguises. The dark-haired young man's frustration with their idiotic disguises shows through as they try to maintain casualness. When his date asks about his family, the awkward moment crystallizes. How do you explain that your family are professional spies? Duke's relief is palpable as he asks if the date is ruined by his family's interference. His date's confident response reassures him. His family isn't that scary, and she's not going anywhere. The romantic moment peaks as he offers her roses, with a heart symbol floating above them. But someone off-panel expresses disgust with BLEH, highlighting the contrast between romance and family teasing. Heartbreak arrives on a dimly lit porch as Duke sits alone in his maroon hoodie, looking lost. Anna stands with crossed arms, her empathy evident as she explains that while she likes Duke, things aren't working out. Duke's hope fades as he asks if he did something wrong. Anna's reassurance that he's blameless and suggestion they remain friends offers little comfort. Sometimes good isn't enough. Duke sits contemplatively on the porch when a girl greets him from inside the house. His quiet apology reveals his emotional state as she sits beside him. Their conversation acknowledges everyone's awareness of the situation when another friend asks if there's room for one more. The group's gathering shows how family appears during difficult moments, offering silent support through presence. In the dimly lit corridor, three friends provide emotional support as Duke struggles with his breakup. He hugs his knees tightly, reluctant to discuss Anna's suggestion they remain friends. His question about returning to friendship after everything cuts deep. His friend's wise response about needing space and time to heal offers the permission Duke needs to prioritize his emotional recovery. The supportive scene concludes with reassurance and promises that Duke will heal. But duty calls as the team transitions to their control room. A serious character emphasizes the need to discuss recent events, specifically a green chase. Suddenly, urgency strikes. Kite Man is on the loose. The call for someone to take point receives no immediate volunteers, creating tension in the heroic ranks. Duke's frustration builds as Stephanie dismisses Kite Man, declaring a hard pass. She explains that Kite Man keeps trying to become her nemesis while she questions his obsession with her. Despite Duke's protests that her reasoning isn't valid, she remains firm in her refusal. Duke's reluctant acceptance to return to Kite Man later shows the challenges of hero assignment politics. The hero assignment continues as Tim gets volunteered for a case involving a knockoff Riddler. His protests fall on deaf ears as another character thanks him for volunteering. Tim's desperate offer of $20 to pass the case gets rejected. The conversation shifts to their previous encounter with Condiment King, whose absurd weaponry caused lasting frustration among the team. The villain assignment debate reaches peak absurdity as Stephanie cheerfully accepts fighting Kite Man over Condiment King. Cassandra firmly rejects her companion's plea, holding her hands up in playful rejection before dismissively waving him off. His exasperated sigh indicates reluctant acceptance of whatever challenge she suggested. Even superheroes have preferences about which ridiculous villains they'll face. Laughter fills the air as someone recalls needing 3 weeks to remove mustard smell from their uniform after the last Condiment King encounter. The shared trauma becomes comedy as they express relief that recent strategy worked. But the scene shifts dramatically when a loud slam interrupts someone writing in their notepad. A newcomer enters, bringing fresh tension. What new challenge awaits this unconventional family? In the warm kitchen, Tim Drake scribbles notes while Damian Wayne strikes with silent precision. The pen vanishes from Tim's grip. Sorry, Damian shrugs, but he needs to write something. Tim's frustration bubbles over as Damian taunts him about sharing. Where is it? Tim searches desperately through cabinets. But Damian's triumphant smirk reveals the truth. He's already claimed his prize. The next morning brings consequences. Tim's beloved coffee crime fighting mug drips with artistic modifications. Damian's art projects have claimed another victim. You should learn to share, Damian quips with zero remorse. But revenge is a dish best served with laser precision. Red beams slice through Damian's room as he screams for Drake. Tim stands in his boxers, seething. He has a meeting today, and his little brother just made it infinitely worse. In the high-tech headquarters, panic spreads like wildfire. The scruffy boy's green hair triggers immediate alarm. Joker? Green? Seriously? Batman's commanding presence cuts through the chaos. Don't make me call Alfred, he warns with deadly seriousness. The matter is handled, the young vigilante confirms, backing down instantly. Even superheroes know when they've pushed Bruce Wayne too far. Birthday celebration beckons, but Damian Wayne sits stone-faced among the balloons and presents. We're an hour late. Dick announces with forced cheer, camera in hand. Can we just cut the cake? Damian's patience wears thin. It's not every day a Wayne turns 9, the family insists. But Damian's scowl deepens. Stupid Batman and his stupid celebrations, he mutters, arms crossed in defiance. In the lavish celebration room, Damian examines his gifts with critical eyes. This crossbow is nowhere near as impressive as the sword's mother used to throw at him, he declares with practiced disdain. The family returns, and Damian's expectations rise. What did you bring me? Bruce arrives fashionably late, offering birthday wishes and apologies. You're always late, Damian retorts. Some things never change, even on special days. Bruce struggles with gift-giving, admitting he wasn't sure what to choose. Dick and Cassandra suggested something special. It was Dick's idea to visit the adoption agency. He explains hesitantly. Then woof, a brown puppy bounds into view, tail wagging with pure joy. Damian's eyes widen in genuine surprise. Is this real? Could this energetic ball of fur actually be his? Damian cradles the puppy, his usual stoic mask cracking into genuine happiness. Mother never allowed pets. Said attachments to living things made you weak, he confides. But now? Sit, Murder King. He commands with authority. That's not a proper name for a dog. Barbara protests from her wheelchair. The family exchange amused glances as someone knocks. Who wants cake? The celebration can finally begin in earnest. The birthday room explodes with celebration as Dick holds the magnificent cake, candles blazing. Happy birthday rings out in harmony while cameras capture every moment. We love you, Damian. They chorus with genuine affection. But the birthday boy maintains his fortress of skepticism. I still think this is stupid. For stupid children, he declares. Yet his grip on the stuffed bear suggests otherwise. In the opulent dressing room, Bruce receives final adjustments to his tuxedo. You're set on attending alone? Alfred inquires as he fastens the collar. I think it's better for everyone if they don't come, Bruce grimaces. You remember what happened last time? The flashback reveals the truth. An elegant woman coos over young Damian. Aren't you just the cutest thing? But Damian's cold response cuts like a blade. I'll kill you. The knife appears in Damian's grip with practiced ease. Snatch. But Bruce's response is immediate and final. No knives. Damian's protest falls on deaf ears. No. Knives. Alfred suggests Master Timothy instead. In the luxurious dining room, Tim and Bruce sit surrounded by exquisite cuisine. But sometimes the most dangerous weapons aren't made of steel. Whomp. Tim's face meets his dinner plate as exhaustion finally claims him. The boy had been awake for over 36 hours. Bruce explains to the concerned gathering, which is exactly why I told him not to come. He adds with paternal frustration. Alfred suggests Miss Cassandra as an alternative. But when they look up, she's already scaled heights that would challenge a mountain climber, all while wearing heels. In a lavish party venue, Bruce and Alfred assess their dwindling options. Surely she wouldn't hide the entire night? Bruce wonders aloud. She would. She did. Alfred confirms with knowing certainty. Master Jason is in town, he suggests hopefully. But Bruce's adamant refusal echoes through the chandelier halls. The night grows longer, and Batman's children grow more elusive. Outside the estate, Bruce confesses his latest defeat. Stephanie laughed me out of the room the last time I suggested she come with me. He admits to Alfred. I suppose you'll have to brave it alone then. Alfred responds with characteristic wit. You could always come, Bruce suggests desperately. Alfred's reply cuts deeper than any villain's blade. You don't pay me nearly enough for that, sir. The city rooftop becomes Batman's command post as he pursues Firefly through Gotham shadows. I'm not letting Margie from the PDA get the best seats again, he declares into his communicator. Her kid isn't even that good of a dancer. Alfred reminds him it's not a competition. In the theater below, the audience settles as lights dim. Miss Cassandra doesn't go on until after intermission, Alfred reassures. But will Batman make it in time? Intermission arrives with mounting tension. It's intermission, where are you? Alfred demands urgently. I'm on my way. Batman responds from his speeding vehicle. Then the scream pierces the theater's elegant atmosphere. H. Was it a scream? Alfred asks, his composed demeanor cracking. I have to go. Save my seat, Batman declares. The theater audience shifts nervously as Alfred processes the chaos. Very well, sir. Autopilot engaged. Alfred takes control as chaos unfolds across the city. Behind red curtains, mysterious figures move with purpose. The female dancer spins gracefully, musical notes floating around her performance. But elsewhere, footsteps echo in desperate flight. Run, run, run. A door slams as someone bursts through, panting and clutching flowers. Then, applause erupts, bridging the gap between crisis and celebration. In the Batcave's blue glow, Bruce hunches over his computer with familiar intensity. You've met your quota for brooding time today. Master Bruce, Alfred observes with gentle firmness. I think you should come upstairs. But Bruce's response is as predictable as Gotham's crime rate. I'm working. The eternal struggle between duty and family continues in the shadows beneath Wayne Manor. Alfred presses deeper, cutting through Bruce's defensive walls. Is that what they're calling it these days? When I was a boy, it was simply called avoiding your problems. Bruce's jaw tightens. I'm not avoiding anything, but the truth emerges like a confession. Miss Cassandra won't talk to me. Have you tried? Alfred challenges. Bruce's armor finally cracks. I screwed up. Yes, you did. It happens. Alfred responds with gentle wisdom. In the Batcave's metallic depths, Bruce confronts his greatest fear. I don't know how to be a good father and be the Batman Gotham needs. He confesses, head in his hands. You do what you can, Master Bruce. When you fail, you try to do better the next time, Alfred counsels. No one expects you to be perfect. I think Damian does, Bruce counters. But Alfred's solution is elegantly simple. Fix it. Very good, Master Bruce. Knock, knock. The sound echoes like a heartbeat as Bruce stands at Cassandra's door, roses in hand. Mind if I come in? His voice carries the weight of unspoken apologies. Okay, she responds simply. I'm really sorry I missed your performance. I should have been there. The flowers seem inadequate against the magnitude of his absence. I can't promise I'll be perfect, but I promise to do better. You're important to me. I'm so sorry. On the couch, father and daughter find their rhythm again. I still really want to see her dance, Bruce says earnestly. If you're willing. Cassandra's smile brightens the room like stage lights. Her excitement bubbles over as she reveals her surprise. What did you do? Bruce asks, though her joy already provides the answer. The theater awaits, and this time, he won't miss his moment. Just for tonight. Just for us, Cassandra promises, her arms raised in invitation. Bruce claps enthusiastically, his business facade melting into pure paternal pride. But their private celebration is interrupted by urgent news. Bruce just called. Their flight got delayed due to weather, Tim announces, phone in hand. Alfred's going to be stressed about missing holiday prep. Do you think there's a way we could help out? The Wayne family rallies. In the warm kitchen, Damian questions their ambitious plans. Help? How? He asks through a mouthful of pastry. Maybe we could bake the pies. Bruce suggests with dangerous enthusiasm. That would be a huge time saver for Alfred. Kate Kane's sarcasm cuts through the holiday spirit. Literally, the only instruction Alfred left was not to use his kitchen. But Bruce's optimism knows no bounds. What could possibly go wrong? Stephanie's prediction rings ominous. This is going to be a disaster. But the family presses forward, listing pie varieties like battle strategies. Pumpkin, pecan, apple, strawberry rhubarb. Alfred's usual arsenal of desserts. So, anyone know where to start? The question hangs in the kitchen air like smoke from a burned dinner. Tim raises his hand hopefully. I found a recipe on my phone. The Great Wayne family baking experiment begins. Cass, find the pie dishes, Tim delegates with misplaced confidence. No, I'm not a part of this, she protests, hands up in surrender. But when the dishes appear, disaster follows. The filling doesn't look right, they observe with growing concern. Found one, echoes through the kitchen. But finding the dishes was apparently the easy part of this culinary catastrophe. Inspiration strikes like lightning. But what are you doing? Someone asks as chaos erupts around the mixing bowl. Make up ye. The declaration echoes through the kitchen as splashes fly everywhere. Woa-ea. The family watches in amazement as their simple baking project transforms into something unprecedented. Let's get this in the oven. But reality crashes down. You mean the oven you never turned on? 15 minutes later, doubt creeps in. It shouldn't be taking this long, should it? Damian stirs nervously while his siblings dance around the kitchen in blissful ignorance. Slam! The door announces Bruce and Alfred's return. Hurry, they're home. Let's take the pie out. Bruce surveys their creation optimistically. I'm sure it'll taste good, but Alfred's expression tells a different story. Good Lord. Before you say anything, Bruce begins defensively, presenting their culinary monstrosity. We made the pie for Thanksgiving. The family clusters behind him like guilty conspirators. How? Thoughtful. Alfred manages diplomatically, though words clearly fail him. I really did try to stop them, Barbara confesses. In the elegant dining room, the question haunts every place setting. Are we going to eat this? I'm not, comes the wise reply. In the school hallway, Tim navigates the treacherous waters of civilian identity. I know when I'm being watched, he thinks, glancing at nearby students. It's difficult maintaining a civilian identity. Too many unexplained absences, and people begin asking questions. He sits in the cafeteria, surrounded by normalcy that feels foreign. I've promised Father not to draw attention to myself, and I'm going to keep that promise. But in his world, normal is the greatest disguise. Against the city's golden sunset, Damian faces his mother's judgment. Your skills need some work, Damian. I've been waiting almost 7 hours. But Damian's defiance burns bright in his Robin costume. I knew you were here. I had other responsibilities. Talia's disappointment cuts deeper than any blade. It appears your priorities need some adjusting, too. The League of Assassins versus the Bat Family. An eternal struggle for one boy's soul. On the rooftop staircase, wooden sword in hand, Damian braces for familiar trials. I know what your tests are like, Mother, but Talia's intensity suggests something different. This is something else. Your father has imparted his detective skills. At least that's good. If you have a question, ask it. I didn't come here to be judged, Damian declares with inherited Wayne stubbornness. Then Talia's voice softens with unexpected vulnerability. Are you happy? The question hangs in the sunset air like incense. This life, the life you've chosen with your father and all the others, does it make you happy? Damian's confusion is genuine. What? For most of my life, all I knew was the League of Assassins. I had a purpose, a mission, and I thought that was happiness. But now, standing on this rooftop between worlds, he must define happiness for himself. Then I came here, Damian begins, his Robin costume catching the dying light. Things here aren't perfect. Sometimes we fight. Sometimes we make mistakes. Sometimes Father forgets he doesn't have to do things alone anymore. His voice grows stronger with each word. But the answer to your question is yes. I'm happy here. The city sprawls below them as mother and son share this moment of truth. Talia's expression softens with maternal pride mixed with loss. If it has allowed you to find something good, then I am glad. Keep your eyes open and your skills sharp, and I'm sure you will. Will I see you again? Damian asks, hope threading through his voice. Until next time, Mother, Talia responds. On the Gotham skyline, farewells carry the weight of world between them. At Wayne Manor's barn, Damian finds peace in simpler companionship. Thank you for the company, he tells Bat Cow with genuine affection. I'll come back to feed you dinner later. The brown and white cow regards him with patient eyes, bell jingling softly. As he walks away, the barn door creaks open behind him. But some curiosities are about to lead to unexpected adventures. Alfred the cat explores the barn with feline curiosity, discovering Bat Cow in her stall. Their unlikely friendship blossoms as Alfred bumps heads affectionately with the gentle cow. Inside the manor, mischief unfolds as boys paint mustaches on sleeping faces, giggling with innocent malice. Did you hear something? Stephanie asks suddenly. SHHH. The painted boy grins wickedly. Sometimes the smallest sounds carry the biggest secrets. Halt, criminal. Your days of doing crime are over. Jason's dramatic declaration echoes through the room. Bat Cow's response is swift and brutal. No. That sounds so dumb. Even cows have standards. The chess game between Bruce and Damian intensifies. Only if you think you can stomach another loss, Father. Creak. The door opens ominously. Then chaos, marrow. Alfred the cat launches onto the chessboard, scattering pieces everywhere. What the? Alfred, get down from there. The voice echoes through the hallway as young Damian dashes past, startled and confused. I could have sworn I saw. Bruce begins, then stops. What? Nothing. It's nothing. But outside, Damian whistles cheerfully while Alfred Pennyworth discovers the unlocked barn door. Why is this unlocked? Security breaches come in all shapes and sizes, some with 4 legs and mischievous spirits. In the barn, Alfred observes Bat Cow munching contentedly on hay. He muses thoughtfully. Thank goodness I saw the door. Who knows where the Bat Cow might have wandered off to? He secures the latch with practiced efficiency. Little does the faithful butler know that some mysteries have already begun their great escape, with the help of unexpected allies. Intruder alert. Red warnings flash through the Batcave as Duke frantically searches the shadows. Where? His eyes lock onto the impossible sight. figures climbing over the massive dinosaur display. There! No time to suit up. This'll have to do. He straps on his device with a decisive click. The computer prompts, "Activate cave defenses?" Sometimes the best security system is the one that's already extinct. Duke's hand hovers over the activation button. Activate cave defenses? The mechanical SKIIDD echoes through the cavern as systems engage. Well, huh? Duke mutters as his finger finds the switch. Roar. The distant sound sends chills through his spine. The cartoonish dinosaur springs to life with prehistoric hunger, its jaws snapping shut on unsuspecting prey. Sometimes the most ridiculous defenses are the most effective. Whoa. Duke breathes as chaos unfolds before his eyes. The tactical figure dangles helplessly from his rope while the massive T-Rex snaps its jaws with hungry enthusiasm. Snap! The intruder shuffles desperately along the line, but escape seems impossible. Oh no, you don't. Duke intervenes with precise action. Aya! The scream echoes as his weapon slices through the air. The dinosaur's mouth opens wide, ready for its prehistoric meal. That was awesome, Duke exclaims, adrenaline coursing through his veins as the massive T-Rex looms nearby. Stomp, stomp. The mechanical beast commands respect even in victory. Duke realizes he's standing remarkably close to a functioning dinosaur. Duke, are you paying attention? This is important, Duke. The urgent voice cuts through his amazement. What? I don't. I was just... He rubs his forehead, overwhelmed by the surreal encounter. Oh, I guess I must have drifted off for a second, Duke admits sheepishly. Bruce's stern expression suggests this isn't the first time. We'll just have to start from the beginning then. The emergency briefing resumes with deadly seriousness. Emergency Plan M02. In the event Gotham is overrun by an army of man-bats. Duke's eyes widen as reality crashes back. Some dreams are just training exercises. Others are nightmares waiting to happen.